If I was ever going to have a heart attack, Peter, I'd want to be having it right now because I have a defibrillator, a heart starting machine, and I also have paramedic Ewan Humphrey with me. Ewan, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to see you. You've also brought in a dummy.
I have, yes. I brought one of our CPR mannequins in today and one of our defib trainers, our automatic external defibrillator trainers, and I've put it on the desk in front of Peter to see if he can work out how to use it.
So you brought in two. That's a real one. We're not going to use that one because that's for proper use. But this is a training machine that you have, Peter. And this is just like the real thing. Say this dummy is having a heart attack.
This is Peter or the actual mannequin?
The actual mannequin. Right. So that's what we're going to do, isn't it, Ewan?
Yes.
So say it's having a heart attack. You have to go to the machine and just, you don't know anything about it, and see what you can do.
I think it's wonderful that I'm the one doing the demonstration here. I'd have absolutely no idea what's going on here whatsoever. So I actually switched the machine on.
Yeah.
And
remove clothes from patient's chest.
There we go.
So I've taken the clothes off the patient's chest.
Remove, that's step number one.
When patient's chest is bare, open grey plastic case and peel off white adhesive pads.
So
look carefully at the pictures on the white adhesive pads.
Open the case, it's got
peel one white pad from the grey case.
And they have pictures on
exactly where the exactly as shown.
Patient's chest.
Right, so the first one goes on.
Bare skin.
Onto the bare skin.
Look at the picture.
Look at the picture, Peter. You didn't look at the picture.
When the
You're very good at ripping the clothes off, but you weren't so good about looking at the picture.
I missed that bit on the picture, so that's in the right spot now. Now, what was that last instruction?
Press firmly to bare skin.
There we go.
Yeah, press firmly to bare skin.
There's a sensor just underneath the skin on this mannequin.
Bang.
So you've done that. So what is that?
Stay clear of patient.
Stay clear of patient.
Analysing heart rhythm.
Analysing heart rhythm.
So it's now detected that the pads are on.
Stay clear of patient.
And it's
analysing
the
heart
electrical
rhythm.
output of the heart.
Shock advised. Stay clear of patient.
It's like stand back from the platform.
Flashing orange button.
So it's now detected that the patient's heart is not in a beating rhythm, needs a shock.
Be sure the ambulance service has been called.
Wow.
So it's as simple as that.
Simple as that. Peter's just delivered the
shock,
potentially life-saving shock to the patient. And it's now...
Yeah, look, can you just...
Yeah, I'll just turn that off so it's...
That is fantastic. That works beautifully. So Ewan, can you tell us about the machines? First of all, how do they work?
Well, what they do is they actually analyse the electrical activity of the heart whilst they're on the patient's chest, and if it's what's determined as a shockable rhythm, one that won't produce an output, it will actually deliver the electric shock, similar to what you see in all the movies and other documentaries of doctors in hospitals. Is exactly the same. So there's quite a number of them around Victoria at the moment. There's 85 of them in a Ambulance Victoria supervised public access defib program, plus a wide variety at various shopping centres and other places around there that general public can access.
So, from the time the person bites the dust, how long have we got before we have to get those pads, get them undressed and have those pads on their chest?
The sooner you do it, the better the patient's chance of survival. If someone collapses into cardiac arrest now, their chance of survival from cardiac arrest decreases by 10% every minute.
Wow.
So by 10 minutes, if nothing's done, it's a very, very, very slim chance.
So really for a large employer, it's nearly compulsory to have one of these on site.
It'd be a very good idea to have one on site. So the first couple of minutes are the important ones, and when we talk about the chain of survival, a very well-known acronym for performing CPR and defibrillation, the two important steps are CPR and defibrillation in the middle there. So as soon as someone gets there, so there's lots of programs such as the Public Access Defib program to improve that.
So you as a trained ambo, these machines are so good. You know how you see on the movies with the paddles and they put some toothpaste on the paddles and rub it together and go clear and then bang? Because these machines are so accurate and they analyse it all themselves, you as professionals would use these machines rather than doing it manually.
Our large monitored defibrillators that we have in the ambulance have exactly the same function. So when we arrive at a cardiac arrest, our first shock that we would deliver is in the same fashion. We put the pads on and let the machine make the first analysis.
There's one thing that perturbs me a little bit, and that's a bit about the deroving bit. I'm looking across at Darren there, he's just bitten the dust. The thought of him taking his clothes off the top of him and having him lying semi-naked on the floor, there's nowhere near through his shirt or something like that, is there?
No, No, it works best with skin to
Bugger,
skin
because that
contact.
doesn't look good for you. So you do
What
like the
about,
dust.
what about if you've got a lovely hairy chest like myself?
Well, with all the defibrillators we have out in the public access program, they have shears, large scissors that will actually cut through most thick clothing. And if they're a really, really hairy person, we advise that you clip the hair so that you get a better adhesion to
Gee,
the pads.
you've got a bit to do before you get the pads on, do you not? You just throw it straight on, would you? And just let them
In
suffer the
most-
consequences later.
In most cases, it will work. It's just that after a minute or two, if you've got a really hairy person, the adhesion and the
Oh, I
hair
see.
will lift the
Yeah.
pad
And no offence to you, but you had one of the pads on a completely wrong area. You didn't look at the instructions properly, you didn't look at the stick figure. You had them on the stomach area upside down. No worries, I don't want to be going out with you if I have a heart attack.